Alright, back to this. I guess before we get into it, I don't know whether this will be a last part. It may be, or it may not be. I don't think it will be, honestly. I think there'll be at least one more. One, maybe two parts after this. Because again, we don't know for sure whether the mod's going to end on Monday in an in-game context, but it's heavily implied that, but again, we don't necessarily know for sure. So, just getting that out of the way, let's just get right into it. This will be coming up close to the end of an era. We've played this for over a month now. This is like, I think, the 27th recording. We may hit 30 total. But yeah, before we even start this, I wanted to think about, it's just take a step back, take a moment to think how this could possibly end. Obviously, if it doesn't end on Monday, then obviously Sayori survives. But I mean, that's kind of getting that out of the way, because again, we don't know for sure about that. But assuming it ends on Monday, there's really two options. One, Sayori commits suicide, and if that's the case, then it was inevitable. And unless there is a strict cause for it, let's say Monica goes again full, like we've been saying, reverts to her old state, goes full Spurg mode in the last hour of the game and causes Sayori to commit suicide. If that's the case, then obviously it was preventable. But if it's anything else really, then it would be something that was inevitable and nothing we could really prevent to begin with. So yeah, I guess regarding that, but I don't think that's a likely scenario. I think, again, I've been saying it, I really wanted to happen considering how terrible the MC has been for the past couple or few days, ever since everyone's problems have been resolved on Friday, and he just needed to create more within for the mod to continue on. But I mean, I really think it's highly unlikely. I think her survival is practically ensured, especially since she's staying over the night, so it should theoretically be near impossible for her to actually follow through with it like she did in the actual original Act 1 of the game. But assuming she does survive, then I guess the question is okay, what then? If the mod ends on Monday, the game could very well just end after it is ensured that she survives. What could likely happen is we'd end up going to school and the festival would happen. I'm not sure whether Monica would act surprised or not, likely not, given if she does still have access to seeing all their everyone's character traits, and she sees her depression levels at 2 as opposed to 8 as it was in the original Act 1 of the game. Apparently, obviously she wouldn't really be surprised if nothing happened, or I guess she may even be wondering about it too, whether or not it's kind of inevitable, because she may be wondering about that, the MC and us as the players are. So maybe she's surprised, maybe she's not. But I mean, if likely what would need to happen to kind of ensure that she ultimately won't end up killing herself, or that we evaded or mitigated that issue, would be that we would have to go to school, because at that point it's okay, she's not home, she basically, it was prevented, we succeeded, her suicide was prevented, something we've been working towards for the entirety of the mod for however many parts now. It was evaded, and that was good. So we succeeded, basically. We won. We beat the game. But, and then I guess after that, I mean, what happens after that is practically irrelevant if the mod's going to go past, or if the mod isn't going to go past Monday. And I assume it's not, because there's already been a ridiculous amount of content shoved in this mod so far. It's likely the biggest, or the highest content-packed mod that I've ever played. So I doubt, again, it will go beyond Monday, specifically for that reason. It's a possibility that it could, but I just doubt it, given how much content's already been in the mod so far. So it likely will end Monday. And again, the way to ensure that, Sayori won't commit suicide, or I guess hasn't, or does, the possibility of it no longer remains, is that if we go to school together, because then it's okay, yeah, she's no longer not even in our house, just like that basically shows that, because it's kind of like the MC's not just gonna wake up and she'll be dead. It'll be kind of like, okay, like if, well, first off, if he wakes up and she's not dead, then that's a good sign. And then if they're able to make it to school, that shows that, or I guess that's really when I'm having a hard time phrasing it, but that's kind of like, okay, the problem has been evaded. So yeah, I mean, or the main sort of, her committing suicide has been evaded. The problem's been mitigated, and we succeeded again. Like I said, just I guess summarizing that a lot, because we really don't know, first off, whether or not she will commit suicide, and ultimately if she doesn't, because obviously if she does, I mean, the game just ends. But if she doesn't, like, what'll happen after that? And if we get up and she's not immediately dead, then kind of what we need to do in order to prevent that sort of thing from happening, especially in our house. Which, I mean, because here's the thing. Because, again, I guess we also don't know whether or not she's staying. I just assume she was, but if she's not, that could make for some interesting things. Or some interesting... We'll need to see what sort of... whether she is or is not staying over before we get into that. It's kind of ironic that I tell him not to... He's really getting into this right now. Lord knows I'm doing enough of it for the both of us. The idea of having to wait until morning to find out if I changed anything or not makes me want to drive my head into the wall. Because here's the thing, we know before, what was it? Like, hold on, what was he saying? Where was it? Oh yeah, this was way before this. Okay, yeah, I think it's this. Or no, it's not, it was before this. But I mean, the MC, he was having, like, when he was putting stuff away, he was having some regrets about, like, whether he could have done more or not, or something along those lines. Whether he did everything he could, or whether or not it was inevitable. And I was saying, that's the ultimate sign that he didn't, in that now he's regretting not spending all his time focusing on Sayori as opposed to, for whatever reason, taking on the burdens and issues or problems of all the other girls, really. So, because if he would have done that, we were saying if he would have focused on Sayori for the whole time, not necessarily neglecting the rest of them, but really just having his clear front and present being, Sayori's suicide, and focusing on her, then he wouldn't be feeling that. He would be more so like, okay, now it's about whether it's inevitable or not. If I've done everything I can, if it happens, then it was inevitable and it was going to happen regardless. So yeah, I guess that's ultimately the big question we have. First, whether or not she's going to stay over, because I realize we haven't gotten to that yet. And whether or not it's inevitable. If she doesn't stay over, it's a bad sign. And if she does, it's a fairly good sign, I would say. But again, that's not set in stone. It's not ensured. I need to think of an alternative. Her mom will probably say no. So what will I do after that? Why would you assume that? Like, he's a pessimist, but in all the wrong ways. He just assumes, like, he doesn't necessarily assume the worst circumstances. He just assumes the worst of people. Like, he just assumes they'll do basically everything in their power to go against him or what he wants. And then when it comes to, like, bad circumstances, like, again, Yuri Kain, he just sees that as, like, fine. Oh, it's like, oh, okay, so you lasted a day. That's a good job, good start, keep it up. Like, no plan to try and wane off of that, but he still assumes, just everything's gonna work out against him. Can run over there first thing tomorrow to make sure. Her mom usually used to work super early, and the front door was unlocked last time. Yeah, but that was when you got there late, so... But what if I didn't change things, then what would happen? Because, yeah, now, again, he's thinking, like, okay, it may not be inevitable, but I still may have not done enough. And that just shows that he really hasn't done as much as you think he could have, which would, if he would have focused on Sayori the whole time, he would have been done as much as he could have, but he didn't, so. The idea of finding Sayori dead in her bedroom makes me nauseous and dizzy. No, she'll be fine. I hold back tears as I say this to myself. I'm not going to lose her, not again. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. No matter what. I find myself in a familiar position as I slide down the wall and take a seat on the floor. No matter what. Okay, let's see. I've been trying to take my mind off her for the last few minutes, but at this point it seems like an exercise in futility. She should be done talking to her mom by now. Why is he so, like, he's so paranoid. He always just assumes, like, the worst in people. Like, why hasn't she said anything? I refreshed my text a few times just to be sure. Damn, this really is going to drive me crazy. She would say if she didn't. So just assuming, like, automatically, because she would obviously say, yes, I can or whatnot. Or no, I can't. It's not like, oh, it's been a while. Like, the answer's obviously no. She would have let you know, dude. Like, she's clearly doing something. I need to be logical about this. Sayori's depression is noticeable the days leading up to her suicide. The word still stings when I think about it. She's totally different now. She seems so happy. The MC, I sort of, like, it's this sort of rationale and reasoning that got him into that has sort of created these conflicts, especially post-Friday, in the first place. Like, this is exactly what he was saying about Monica. He's like, oh, she's so popular. She has, like, everyone or whatnot. So she couldn't possibly feel this way. Like, it's basically the same thing he's saying about Sayori. Like, he's assuming, he knows everything about her. In a sense, he knows her more than she knows herself. By taking this sort of, having the audacity to say, like, oh, she couldn't possibly feel that way, because she's different. She's happy. Like, you can't assume you know everything about a person. Like, he needs to focus on, not necessarily what specifically they're feeling, but what he can do to, like, help her. Which isn't what he's been doing throughout the mod, but I mean, like, this really shouldn't even be, this really is a sort of ignorant thought for him to have. Not just that, but isn't the medication supposed to prevent any extreme actions? Okay, like, medication isn't, like, mind control. Like, isn't the medication supposed to prevent any extreme actions? It's not like you take a pill and then, like, your suicide inhibitor is turned off. Like, I'm not even... This is a stupid sentence. Let's look at it. The medication doesn't directly stop extreme actions. It's not like if you're reaching for, like, the gun, like, your hand's just gonna freeze up. Like, the medication will physically prevent that from happening. Like, no, it all affects your mind, right? Like, if anything, it just makes you, I don't even know. I'm not an expert on this, but I do know for sure that this is a stupid sentence. The medication's supposed to prevent any extreme actions. It's not like she's gonna reach for the rope and her hand will just, like, physically stop and freeze up. And it's like, oh, the medication is preventing extreme actions. That's literally not how it works. She'll be okay. Okay, so that's Sayori. I mean, assuming she came back here, she's hopefully gonna stay. I mean, if she didn't, she, like, would have just texted. Huh? I shoot my feet, totally ignoring how sore my butt is. Okay, hold on. He's gonna open the door. Depending on her expression will determine whether she's able to stay or not. Okay, even with the connection of fear and worry brewing in me, hearing Sayori's voice still brings a smile to my face. Okay, so this... Hopefully she stays over. I mean, if she's not, that's kind of fucked up. But I mean, yeah, we can assume that at this point, I guess. Well, you did have the giggling under control this time. But the throat clearing and obviously fake deep voice were still a bit of a giveaway. Well, there's only one solution. Oh, and what's that? You'll just have to keep ordering food from me until I get it right. Or, you can buy me food and just bring it over here. That doesn't sound as fun. She owes us food, by the way. Like, we paid for her food. Has it been twice? No, I think it was only once. I don't know, though, honestly. Could have been twice. Now, come on, Goofy, before I decide to make you sleep outside. Hold on. I haven't seen... Well, it's been a while. I've seen it before in a mod, but that was just, like... I love, like, little things. Like, this mod... What this mod does great is, like, interaction with, like, the character models themselves. Like, especially when it comes to, like, phone calls and then, like, the other half, like, whoever's on the other end of the line pops up on the right side of the screen. And then also just say always, like, character models just, like, flying off the screen. Hey, where are you going? I got dibs on the bed. Do we really only... I don't even want to know where this is going, but is there only, like, one bed in the house? Well, I mean, it's just unfortunate. It looks like you'll have to make do, but I'll take it that she is spending tonight. The night. Okay, let's just ignore that. Sure enough, I see Sayori sitting on my bed with the covers pulled around here. So we're not even really doing anything? Okay, we're just He's going straight to, not sleep, but we're going straight to bed. Not necessarily sleep, but yeah, I guess, okay, that's it. You know, I was gonna let you sleep in the bed anyways. Huh, you were? Of course, did you think I wouldn't? No, it's just, you always made me sleep on the pallet you made when we were kids. What pallet? Oh, no, I know what they're talking about. It's like something under the bed that you slide out. I did? Damn, she's right. Never did let her sleep on the bed. Sorry to say, Yori. I guess I hadn't developed common sense yet back then. You don't have to have 2 spots. Being honest. Let's see. You did put a lot of effort into making those pallets after all. Yeah, still, I could have at least let her sleep on the bed occasionally. Or maybe we could have taken turns. 2 spots. That's a nice gesture like that would have meant a lot to her. How big of a dumb fuck was I back then? I mean, by back then, he doesn't necessarily mean as a kid. Or, well, he means as a kid, but what it necessarily means is anything prior to this week. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. We're already getting into this. Like, don't worry about it, Seagull. I'm still coming to terms with how big of a jerk I am. You're not a big jerk. You know that, right? Heh. Pat Seagull in the headset, making my way towards the closet. I'm not so sure. I do have my moments. I open the door and pull a thick blanket off the top shelf. I was like, what is he doing? Oh, what are you going to do with that? I was going to use it as a cover, silly. We won't keep any blankets downstairs, so I figured I'd take this one. Downstairs? The confusion on Seagull's face makes you realize I should probably explain what I'm doing. Yeah, I was going to sleep on the couch. What about the pallets? But I thought you were going to make a pallet on the floor like you used to. I'm like, yeah, like what happened? Oh, I just thought that he might not be okay with us sleeping in the same room. What is he? Like, why? Like, now he's just gonna like freaking, I swear to God, if he does this, 100% she kills herself. Like, I mean, just being straight honest. What was he thinking earlier? Okay, hold on. What was he thinking? Like, looking, like he was thinking about like, oh, like, did I do everything I could? Or like, oh, what more could I do? And then this comes up and he's like, okay, I'm just gonna leave her alone for the whole night. I mean, like the MC, he's literally just asking for it at this point. He's like, should I not be? No, I mean, I was just, respecting your privacy. Yeah, that's what I was doing. He's literally asking for it. Because the one advantage he has is he's spending the night with her, so theoretically her suicide should be impossible. The one way that would not be the case is if he lets her sleep by herself. And that's exactly what he's doing. You know, adhering to the whole gentleman thing and all. You know, I'm just sleeping on the opposite side of the house. I really don't mind. She's like, why the fuck, like, why are you doing that? I want you to stay. Sayori. My heart's pounding so hard, it feels like my ears are popping. He really doesn't recognize, like, if he leaves her alone, that basically, by staying with her, he keeps an eye on her all the time. By not, he gives her the opportunity to do exactly what he was worried about being inevitable. Well, it wouldn't be very nice of me to go against your wishes. Exactly. Alright then? So I should probably go ahead and start on the pallet. I re-entered the closet, begin pulling down even more blankets and quilts. Okay, that was quick. For several minutes, I'm left with a makeshift bed that even a king would be proud to sleep on. And maybe not a king, a duke perhaps, maybe the king's servant. I see you haven't lost your touch. Yeah, I may have been too dense to let you sleep on my bed, but at least I was smart enough to make sure yours was decent. It's self-awareness doesn't make it any different. I told you that you don't have to feel bad for that. I still enjoyed our sleepovers. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound upset. Like, whatever he's doing right now, he needs to stop, because this is exactly what'll cause it to happen. Like, this is exactly, if he's just gonna keep, like, berating on that, that's what's gonna cause her to commit suicide. Especially if he was intending on, you know, leaving her alone the whole night. Like, just basically letting her out of, not necessarily letting her out of his vision, but, you know, just basically leaving her alone again. I'm just glad that I've learned a few things since then. Yeah, you're way more considerate than you used to be. But I'm not sure if the dense thing has gotten any better. Hey, I pick up on some stuff occasionally. Is that the case? I'm not so sure. It did take you quite a while to pick up on how I felt. She literally muttered under her breath. This has been like, the MC, it took, like, here's what I've been saying. She's felt like this years now. He only recognized it, like, during that week. So, Sayori. Sorry. She's like, I didn't mean to say it out loud. She's just roasting him. Like, what? This is gonna lead to something stupid. I guarantee it. Like, the MC, he's gonna, like, take this personally or whatnot. Take a seat next to Sayori and take her hand in mine. You're right, I guess I was pretty dense. I'm sorry that I didn't pick up on it sooner. I really wish I had. Spending time with you, helping with you with your struggles, us being a couple. I couldn't be happier with my life right now. She squeezes my hand, but I just smile at her. Bro, this isn't about your life. Like, he's really forgetting exactly what he talked about like 5 minutes ago. If I go back in time and see myself, I'll be sure to beat him up for not knowing what he's missing out on. That's literally exactly what he did. I love you. I'm not just saying that. If you were up my hand, we're even stronger, she continues. When we were kids, I was always chasing after you. I was scared that I would never catch you. She was beginning to form her eyes, and she tries to speak. We're really doing this now. I mean, this is like the 5th time. Like, just being serious. Like, he really was asking for it, though, between, you know, he was the one berating her for sort of, like, well, it was for something, like, stupid. Hold on. About being, no, it was prior to that. He was, like, berating about, like, oh, I was such an idiot for letting you sleep on the pallets or whatnot. As opposed, and she was just like, it really is fine. Just like chilling. He's like, no, it's not. And then also between him literally planning on just leaving her alone the whole night. Like, that would literally be the one thing that could, given she is staying here, that would be the one thing that could happen, or that could allow her to actually commit suicide. So, I always felt alone, even if we were surrounded by our people. Those were days I thought waking up was just a way for the universe to torture me. When I was with you, it was like I had the courage, like my life had purpose. If I didn't have you, I might have made the wrong choice. You saved me. Are you sure about that? You are my hero. Okay, where's this going? All words get stuck in my throat as we embrace each other. This really did win the runner-up Sayori mod, though. I thought that she lived for me, that she pushed forward when nothing else seemed to matter. Oh, the thought. Well, it's terrifying. Tears run down my face as I try to choke out some words. I love you too, Sayori. And I'd do anything to keep you happy. We'll see about that. We continue to sit together like this, crying into each other's shoulders. I was like, what's happening? We ended up laying down together. At first we just spoke softly to each other, but it seems like releasing. Oh, I thought that was going to be the mod name in the end of the game. Releasing all that pent-up emotion took a toll on Sayori. Think about it, he was letting her sleep completely alone. Like, he wasn't even going to be in the same room, like, just 5 minutes earlier. And he was also berating himself for letting her sleep on the pallets as opposed to, you know, something more serious, like not catching her feelings until a week ago. Like, her eyes have been closer on her. Breathing has become much softer. Her eyes up to get off the bed, but I'm stopped when her hand grabs my wrist. Like, why would you leave? Just a few more minutes. Heh. I comply with her request and lie back down. After doing this, she curls up her arms and rests them and her head on my chest. Careful not to disturb her, I pull the covers over us some more and drape my arm around her. She inches even closer to me as I do this. At this point, her legs and chest are pressed up against mine. Feeling her heartbeat against me calms me and makes me want to hold her even tighter. As my elbows begin to feel heavier, I look down and kiss her on the head. Okay, literally just sit there. Like, there's nothing you can do to possibly screw this up at this point. Okay, just slow text. Let's see what happens. Because I'm like, obviously, okay, save data. I'm pretty sure this is save data. Because he did say he wanted to talk about something specifically this night, which is theoretically the last night we'll be able to talk, or at least interact with save data. So, we'll see about that. But I mean, the MC, I mean, God, even in his last moments the night before, he was still fucking up. Between literally planning on sleeping in a completely different room from her, leaving her entirely alone, which could be the one thing that would allow her to commit suicide. And then also beating up on himself for letting her sleep on the pallets, like, despite, you know, obviously, her you know, him not recognizing her feelings, which is what she cared about more than the stupid pallets at the sleepovers or whatnot. But I mean, in the end, what matters is that they were sleeping together, because that's really the thing he needed to do to ensure that basically he doesn't immediately wake up and she's just straight up dead. Like, that's the ultimate worry, and that would have been the worry if she slept, you know, in her place. But given that she was here and that we now know they're sleeping together, that worry has been somewhat averted. Granted, that doesn't necessarily mean she won't commit suicide. Again, I've been saying it's only really, her suicide has only really been averted, or a potential suicide has only really been averted once we go to school together, because then it's like, okay, I mean, we're at school now. Like, we've won. We've mitigated the issue. Like, there's no, she can't commit suicide when she's at school. You know, she could commit suicide when she is at, even at our place. But at school, it's not necessarily the case. But anyway, before I get, again, too ahead of myself, just like as I was lecturing the MC on, we need to see what save data says, because this could be something big. This could be something game-changing at this point in the game. Hey, it's nice to see you again. What do you have to tell me? Like, this is literally the last time he's ever going to make an appearance in the game. Like, what's he got to say? Just get it over with. Like, we don't really care. A lot's happened these last few days, huh? Did you really say a lot's? Even helping the girls, making sure they were happy. All while trying to battle his own problems. Here's the thing. All the girls don't matter. All that matters is Sayori. All that matters is that she doesn't commit suicide. That was his flaw. By burdening himself with everyone's problems when it wasn't necessary. That's what, again, made him regret not doing more for Sayori, because, you know, he was focusing on everyone instead of Sayori. Like, as embarrassing as it may be, I've grown to admire him. At the same time, it makes me wonder, if I tried a bit harder, I could have seen what was going on just a bit sooner. This is irrelevant at this point. What he thinks about himself is irrelevant, because he failed. Utterly, like, miserably. What he thinks about what happened doesn't matter. All that matters is him not screwing this up, which he almost has in... I'm not sure there's been a positive interaction with Save Data as an entity yet. I'm not sure he's had an interaction in the game that has been positive, besides putting the failsafe on the people's character traits. Like, that was the one good thing he did. Would I have been able to change anything, or was I truly bound to the script? It's depressing to think about. This is literally irrelevant. This is from a past, forgotten, broken timeline, or like broken iteration. Didn't mean to get like that. You're probably waiting for the good news I promised, huh? I don't even remember him promising good news. Because this is our last interaction, he just needs to tell us everything as opposed to this random sentimental shit. Because we do know, you know, this is a temporary connection, temporary interaction. Like, you just got to get it out so he doesn't leave anything, like, on the table. Well, after analyzing the way his script behaved Saturday, it's safe to say that Sayori will be perfectly fine tomorrow. Could you tell us anything other than this? Because we know this isn't true. This is stupid. I mean, just being 100% honest. This is overconfident, counting your chickens before they hatch. This isn't the case. Save Data, if he says this and she dies, like, Save Data literally would have ruined the game a second time. So, what does he have to say besides this? Because this really doesn't matter. Raven will probably still worry, but you can rest assured. That's, what else do you have to say? As for what happened when he reached the end of the script, this is more important. Because we know, despite him saying this, nothing's set in stone. Like, nothing's assured. So this is irrelevant. Like, it could easily go the other way. Like, just because he's Save Data and he acts as a higher power within the game, that doesn't necessarily mean him saying this is any more true. Like, again, given we know the only positive thing he's done for this game is put the failsafes on all of their profiles. Any interaction he's had within the game has been negative overall. I'm not going to tell you. He literally did the worst thing he could have possibly done this night. I know it may sound confusing, but believe me when I say I have a plan. This is stupid. Like, again, this is irrelevant. This doesn't matter. What he needs to say for this is relevant and does matter, but he's going to keep it from us. A plan that I'm also not going to tell you. This is literally the one thing we need to know, and he's keeping it from us. Again, this is irrelevant, doesn't matter. All this is relevant and does matter, and guess which one he tells us? Don't take it personally, I just don't want to have to repeat it a second time. God, I hate, literally, he has no place within this game. This world, well, it's complicated to say the least. Still, it's my intention to keep things going, to make sure the girls can continue to live long, happy lives. So he's going to do this, like, forever then? Okay. Please don't think I have any ill intent or that my words were ominous. I really don't care what he has to say at this point. Like you, I truly do want happiness. I know this isn't much too long, but I really do need to look over a few more things from Ronald. Shut up. Like, please. If you're not going to tell me, I don't really care what you have to say. Okay, are we going to get a Monica interaction, MC Dream Vision? Okay, this is a vision. I mean, just music. you know, music, vision, or not even, not vision, because that's what we're in. Music, atmosphere, or I guess what the MC's seeing, this, you know, this text box. This is clearly a vision, like it's not real. It's a dream. This is a vision, like it can't be any more obvious. What's gonna happen is Sayori's gonna be hanging right there. Like I guarantee that's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is a vision, nightmare, or whatnot. But I'm actually gonna transition because this could be relevant. So, oh, that's the wrong thing. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Also, new background, but the good thing is the source is in the background, so don't need to worry about that. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Here we go. Anyway, yeah, this is obviously a vision or dream. Sayori's going to be hanging there. The MC's going to wake up for real. Seeing Sayori softly breathing against me does grant me some relief, but it doesn't last long. So, is this not a vision or a dream? I honestly thought it was. Like, just seeing him wake up in the middle of the night with the music, with what he was saying, I'm like, okay, it's a dream or a vision. But if Sayori is lying next to him, that may not be the case. But I mean, if so, what's he gonna do? Like, if he gets up and leaves, like, that's the worst thing he could possibly do. Just go back to sleep. Like, go back to sleep. Like, he doesn't need to worry. Just Sayori being there, go back to sleep. Like, literally, just go to sleep. Like, don't do anything stupid to jeopardize it or whatnot. Like, him doing something now would just be stupid. The fatigue that has been coming and going the past week returns as I try to settle myself. Mouth begins to water as the nausea intensifies. Shit. Gently pull myself out from under the covers and sprint towards the door. We really doing this? Oh, alright. Is he good, though? I continue on like this for a few more minutes until I feel like passing out from exhaustion. Guess the Chinese dude didn't sit well with me. This thought does little to aid my concern over what's really happening. So he's just like straight up dying then. Okay. This is freaking... Really, save data has literally done nothing positive for the mod. Like, he has had 0 positive interactions. Again, the only good thing that he did was put the failsafe on everyone's profiles. But outside of that, he literally hasn't done anything positive for the mod. This is the second time I've been sick like this in the last handful of days. Not counting migraines, nightmares, and that time I went partially blind. Damn, my symptom resume is getting pretty lengthy. Heh. My throat burns as I let out a weak laugh. Instead of sitting around thinking about dumb stuff to take my mind off of things, all I really want is to go back to sleep. My body freezes. I catch a glimpse of something red going down the drain. Was that blood? Yeah. Yes. You're bleeding. You're dying. Panic begins to swim in my mind like wildfire. Freaking save that. He's like, yup, everything's a-okay. Everything's going fine. No, it's impossible. Why would there be blood? The freaking MC is so goddamn stupid. Like, why? That's irrelevant. Like, him saying, like, why to all these things. Like, oh, why is Monica feeling this way? She's so popular. Or why is Sayori depressed? She seems so happy. Why is there blood? All that stuff's irrelevant. It was probably just something I ate. Yeah, bro. It was deep red, but, like, no, it was something I ate. Yeah, it definitely wasn't blood. Try to convince myself of this as I leave the bathroom. I love how now he's, like, worried that he's throwing up blood as opposed to everything else that has happened before. Like, only now is he really worried. Seeing Sayori still sound asleep eases some of my newfound worry. I'm like, are we going to walk in? She's going to be hanging. Because if so, then it's definitely a dream or vision or nightmare, not dream. Instead of getting back into bed and possibly waking her up, I climb into the pallet I made. As I lie down, I realize I sweat through my shirt and it has become ice cold. Change. It takes a second to peel off. Once I do, I toss it into a closet and lie down. Within an instant, I've lost consciousness. Okay, why is he speaking in the third... Well, no, he wasn't speaking in the third person, but why was he speaking... But why was he speaking as though, like... he was speaking as though, like, oh, I lost consciousness. Like, I'm losing consciousness, or I have lost consciousness, and then falls asleep. He's saying that as if it's happened after that happened. Okay, so this is a vision of... This is a vision of prior to... This is a vision of his interaction with her on Sunday in the original Act 1 of the game. But you're wrong. Because, yeah, this is... Hold on. This is when he realizes that she's depressed in the original Act 1 of the game. Like, on Sunday. So, yeah, I mean, obviously he is having a vision. This will likely be the last one before he wakes up. I've always been like this. I always have been. It always... Okay, this is new. Yeah, like, I'm like, okay, that's new. Like, I'm gonna ignore this, really. Like, freaking save that is like, yep, everything's a-okay. Everything's going fine. Why should I trust you now? Hey, cheers, mate. It's gonna jump scare. Watch. Sayori. Wake up, dummy. Wait a minute. Have I been here before? This door. The scene waiting for me on the other side. Should I turn down the volume? I mean, it's gonna be a jump scare. We all know this. Like, it's clearly coming. Do I want to open it? Will leaving now change anything? Bai grabs the knob without my input. Oh, hold on. I'm going through this. You know, there we go. Problem solved. I was like, I'm just gonna keep clicking until that goes away, but yeah, I mean, that's a better solution, honestly. So he was about to. I'm surprised we actually didn't get jump scared. I'm pretty sure that I was 100% anticipating that happening. But I mean, yeah, obviously. So the full caps. This was new. This is what changed. So yeah. So hold on. Oh, hold on. No. Cuz this is the MC speaking, cuz this was when he was reliving through the scene. And then this was the scene of him speaking with Sayori before he met with like Natsuki, or no, after he met with Natsuki or Yuri. And then this is him right before the moment. And then obviously with this alarm clock, him like shooting up like out of his pallet and staring at his bed. My anxiety sells as I watch her bury her head deeper in the covers. Okay, so she's alive. That's good. That means, okay, that is good that, you know, we wake up and she is alive. She's not immediately just dead. Because that was the one worry, that, you know, we'd wake up and she'd be, like, hanging there. And then, like, that's really how it's inevitable, or when it's inevitable. Like, now we just need to focus on getting to school so that she doesn't, like, pull a fast one behind us, like, while we're not watching. Now, basically, the whole morning scene has been averted in case she did commit suicide, like, after the MC had woken up. And that the only reason why that was the case was because he checked up on her. I think what's interesting, though, is because we know the previous day, I think it was, I don't think whether it wasn't this night, or not even this night. It wasn't the night before Sunday. It was the night before Saturday, where he started to have kind of revelations about Monica in the original iteration of the Act 1 of the game, and he was kind of wondering about her, and then obviously saved as an entity wiped his memories, and then he never thought of it again. But that was kind of an interesting thing that didn't really come to fruition, because that could have created conflict between him and Monica, and could have like enabled Monica to revert her old state and really start screwing up the game. Phew. Words couldn't begin to describe how relieved I feel right now. Okay, I'm like, is that still going? Disgruntled noises. Raven, make the bad noise go away. Huh? Oh. Is it off? Okay, there we go. After shutting off the alarm, I turned towards the massive covers that are high in Sayori. Come on, sleepyhead. Don't tell me you forgot what day it is. So that's out another groan. Man, that's too bad. I take a seat in my desk chair and begin my routine. Here I was hoping that we'd spend the festival together, just you and me. I see a figure on the covers perk up a bit. Looks like I'm gonna have to eat all that delicious food by myself. Fish, tacos, shrimp, burgers, pizza. Whoa. Hold up. When did food get introduced to the festival? And second, I swear to God, this game can't make up its mind of whether it's taking place in Japan or America. Like, I'm not even sure I had a save state in there, but no, I don't think I did. Yeah, this was way before that. But our freaking interaction with Monica, that city, I mean, that's Japanese. This, other way. I continue naming off all the foods I can think of before pulling out my trump card, and not to mention the sweets. Donuts, ice cream pie, Nazis, cupcakes. This one does trick us. Sayori suits out from under a blanket fortress, and see how she's practically drooling. It's like, dude, we're still shirtless. Like, is this supposed to be the case? I'm not just seeing that, right? I did a hearing test and it apparently wasn't too good, so my senses may not be entirely up to date or updated. But this shouldn't be the case, right? I mean, I've clicked to enable, but I don't want to click this to continue beyond. But this really shouldn't be the case, right? I mean, I'm not sure you can see the cursor, But looking at the name, that shouldn't be the case. I mean, I'm afraid I'm gonna click and something's gonna happen. But I mean, like, because at first I was like, okay, yeah, obviously the MC's shirtless. We know he just tossed off his shirt and never put it back on, so that's why she's surprised, you know. And then I look at the name, and that really shouldn't be the case. I mean, Sayori's name is here. It may have said Monica then as well, but I mean, is this a dream? Is this a vision? I mean, if this is intentional, it has to be. Like, this is clearly Sayori's reaction, but why is it saying her name? Freaking, I swear to God, if this is Save Dad is doing, he really is just literally screwing up the whole game. I'm afraid to click, because it's making me think, because this is the case, something's gonna happen. Her scream startles me and sends a chill down my spine. Is this intentional? I have no idea. I'm just gonna continue going. You're sure? Huh? Damn, I forgot I took my shirt off last night. How did I not notice? To prevent any weirdness, I quickly crossed my arms over my bare chest. Dude, like, that makes it 100 times worse. Don't look. Don't you know what's impolite to stare? I see Sarah begin to smile as I say this. I'm like, that's the worst thing you could have done. Puts her hand over her eyes and her face in the other direction. Sorry, madame. I didn't expect you to be indecent. We will start laughing as she says this. Pick up a blanket off the floor and drape it around me like a cloak. I was going to use the bathroom in the hall to get ready. You can use the one in my parents' room if you want. Okay. Make my way up the bedroom with Sarah close behind. But what the hell was this? Was that an accident? That can't have been intentional, given nothing came as a result. I saw that and I'm like, is this a dream? Is this a vision or nightmare? Is something gonna happen? But nothing did. So it's making it seem like it was just intentional. Bad memories from last night's surfaces. I entered the bathroom. Surely I didn't see what I thought I saw, did I? This is 100% irrelevant. He hasn't done anything about it in the past. He hasn't done anything now. Like, it was actually, he wasn't worried about anything before, but now he's worried. Trying to shake off the thought, I begin to undress. Save Data really is just screwing everything up, is he? Like, nothing positive came, besides him putting fail-safes on everyone. That's the only good thing he's done. Nothing else positive came from him. Try and preserve as much hot water as possible. My shower is fairly brief. Sayori is the same as she used to be. She'll want as much possible. My mind drifts back to a memory I have from several years ago. Okay, this is something we don't have, or we don't know. I remember walking into the bathroom after Sayori took a shower and being choked by all the steam. This thought brings a smile to my face, but also fills me with another feeling. What the hell is that background noise? I'm not sure if it's from exhaustion or relief, but I soon find myself sitting on the floor. I saved her. I swear to God, every single character in this game is counting their chickens before they hatch. Nothing's insured now. All you insured that was you didn't wake up and she's immediately dead. She could still pull a fast one on you. The only real way to ensure it is that you get to school. Like, that's really all that matters, and that you partake in the festival. That's it. That's all that matters right now. Tears appear in my eyes as I think back on everything that's happened over the week. He got lucky. I'm being straight honest. Between the terrible decisions he's made in the past few days, it really shouldn't have happened. I lost for words as thoughts flood in and out of my head. I'm not gonna lie. He made some mistakes during the week, but he ultimately corrected for that. And that was when he was making actual good decisions. And that ultimately, by Friday, everyone's issues and problems have been resolved. But then he just needed to start making terrible decisions so the game could have conflict, so that it could progress. After getting some of them straight and wiping my eyes, I get back on my feet. My bliss relief is short-lived, however. Everything is normal as I brush my teeth up until I go to spit blood. Anxiety plagues me as I once again see a line of red go down the drain. He's literally not going to do anything about it. It doesn't matter. Damn. So what I saw last night was blood after all. No. Not just that, but it was also enough to leave some in my mouth to dry. For the first time in years, I wish that my parents were home. Is his parents just like never home? I guess that is the case, but I rinse my mouth out a few more times just to be safe before opening the door. I can hear a shower in my parents' bathroom right as I start my way down the stairs. I wonder if she'll still want breakfast. Why wouldn't she? Man, how is it possible that showers take even longer than they used to? Hesitant to make a full breakfast, I have to just prepare a few biscuits instead. They've almost already finished cooking by this point, and there is still no sign of Sayori. Some fear seeps into my mind as I lean against the table. Yeah, now he's fearful. I've said, like, I swear, all these characters are counting their chickens before they hatch. Like, just because you wake up and she's not dead doesn't mean her suicide has been, what would you call it? Like, averted. Like, all it means is that you ensured that it wasn't inevitable. Like I said, she could still pull a fast one on you, and that's, now he's worried about that. Surely she's okay, but maybe I should go up and check on her. Ah, I almost fall over as I suddenly hear Shine behind me. Turn around and see that she is obviously satisfied with herself. Wait, how is it running then? Hold on. I don't know. I guess it turned off for a bit. Like, I was like, wait, isn't it supposed to still be running? No. I honestly didn't expect it to be that easy. Looks like all tough talk is just for show after all. That's not true. You just caught me zoning out. Watching her giggle like this, I feel drawn to her. More so than before. Bro, you're holding a hot pan. What are you doing? Just deal with me. We can still be together. A smile across my face as I pull Sierra close to me. Is he not holding a hot pan of biscuits right now? She seems surprised by my kiss. Was that for scaring you? Haha. You're so goofy. I throw up her hair as she tries to come up with a reply. You know, you're not supposed to be mean to someone after you kiss them. Well, I never have been very conventional. I think I have something to help make it up to you. I grab an oven man, pull out a tray of biscuits. Oh, they were still cooking right. Oh, I figured it may be a while before we could freely walk around the festival, so I thought I'd make us a light breakfast just to get us through our club presentation. Good idea. Well, I guess that means I can't eat Natsuki's cupcakes now. At least not until we get to school. She made me promise to not let you eat any before then. Though I'm not sure if that was yesterday or last week. Oh yeah, that's true. Last week he means previous iteration. I think it was actually a previous iteration. I don't know though. We will take a few minutes to eat before each picking up 2 trays of cupcakes. These smell really good. Are you sure that she would notice if just one went missing? Sayori's appetite continues to amaze me. You know, one of the greatest quotes I've ever heard was, it's easier, this is like way off topic, but I mean, one of the greatest quotes I've heard was that it's easier to do something 100% of the time than 98% of the time. And what that means is that by doing something 98% of the time, that 2% of the time continues to grow. And what that means is that it's like, oh, I'll just indulge in 1. After you do that, it'll be easy to say, oh, 1 more couldn't hurt, 2, and then it would obviously keep going. But that's mainly a principle used in life. Like, if you constantly make cheats or whatnot, like, it's easier to not have a cheat day than 1 cheat day. Something along those lines, especially if it's not scheduled. Because then, you know, you're breaking habits by not doing things. Basically, it's just saying you need to do things consistently. Like, again, one thing this mod has done really well, character models. They've utilized character models better than any other mod I've played. Transitioning the background, but not the character. Just little things. Between, again, having the other side of the phone call appearing on the right side of the screen, having our character model, between having Sayori's character model dash off screen, having the background transition behind Sayori's character, like, just little things with the character models. This mod has done really well, and I do have to give him credit for that. I prefer not to dye my Natsuki's hands over a cupcake. Okay, fine. But only because it is to protect you. We both know I'll probably end up doing that a lot. If my hands weren't full, I'd give a demonstration of how strong I really am. Both of your hands are full. Good. I really love that. But wasn't I the one who pinned you against the floor last time? I think you're forgetting how that fight ended. Oh yeah, and they're having a conversation. I give Sayori a knowing look and watches her face turn red. I know, I'm like, that wasn't really a fight. That doesn't count because you cheated. I don't remember cheating. Let's see, I recall overpowering you and then giving you a kiss. Ew, no. Stop. Alright. Actually, first off, this is not true. He was the one on the ground, so we know that's false. But then you retaliate with a kiss of your own. And if I didn't know any better, I think you may have had some, other, intentions. Yeah. So you almost drops her cupcakes as she cuts me off. I'm only joking. How about we call that one a tie? She promised to stop talking about it where people could hear it. It's like, dude, you're in public. Like, what are you doing? Alright, deal. Good. You know, you're pretty cute when you're flustered. Raven. I'm like, why the hell did it just cut to black? But no, this is good. So he's nervous to see how Monaco act when she sees us. Okay, he's clearly, considering he doesn't remember what he was thinking about Monica from the original Act 1 of the game. It can't be because she's expecting to Sayori to be dead. I think he's thinking about this in that, you know, them being as a couple, not necessarily Sayori living. But I mean, let's see. I could say, alright, the MC nearly did count his chickens before they hatched, but now that they've made it to school, we can say that Sayori's suicide has officially been averted. By waking up and she was alive, all that did was ensure that it wasn't inevitable. However, now that they're at school, we can actually say officially that her suicide has been averted. Now, let's take a second. So let's just take a moment, just like have a moment of silence that through 27 parts of this mod, which is likely around 27 to 28 hours of gameplay, which the mod's only 10, but I mean, I play at a really slow pace. So through 27 parts of the mod, through about 27, 28 hours of gameplay, the one thing that we were wondering throughout the entirety of the mod, whether or not Sayori would kill herself, we finally have the answer, and that is no, she isn't. That's a success on the part of the MC. I gotta give him props for that. Even though he didn't do it as efficiently as he could have, he did succeed. I'm gonna say with very little help from Saved as an Entity. Granted, he did put the failsafe on the characters' profiles, and I do have to give him credit for that, but that's literally the only good thing he did during the whole mod. Everything else he did was negative. But also, let's see what Maka has to say, because apparently it's, like, not what he expected. Hey, are the two of you excited for today? Huh? The cheeriness honestly throws me off. I figured she would have been bummed out by seeing me. With Sayori? You bet. Can't wait till we get to go eat. Sounds like you've been spending time with Natsuki. What about you, Raven? How do you feel about all this? I guess I'm excited. I can't say I've done anything like it before. What about you, Miss Prez? I'm guessing this sort of thing is second nature to you? I don't know if I call it second nature per se. I'm excited to see how today goes, because she's literally never made it this far before. Like, from this point on, we're beyond Act 1 of the game. The original Act 1 doesn't get past this point. So this literally is the first time she's doing this as well. This is a new experience for her as well. You two can set the cupcakes here near the door. Though I'm sure Natsuki will have her own plan in mind about how to organize them. We do as she says, and set the trays down, 2 tables near the front of the room. As I'm unwrapping mine, I hear what sounds like chewing next to me. He failed. He failed. So good. Looks like Sayori just signed my death sentence. Was he surprised though? The door to the classroom opens just as I finish spraying out the cupcakes. I mean, what's good, I guess, is that, you know, what is it? At least they made it to school before she ate any. Like, the MC is witnesses. Dang, I can't believe we're the last ones here. Is she gonna notice the missing cupcake? But I mean, okay, that's good. Everyone's here. Especially Sayori, but I mean, we knew Yuri cut Saturday. She could have done something potentially, like risky? And same with Natsuki, given that, you know, she stayed at our house a little too long and had a meal that was a little too big. So her dad could have done something risky, which the MC still should have no knowledge of. But everyone's here. That's good. I'd say that's a success. After 27 parts, around 27, 28 hours of gameplay, that's a success. The MC succeeded. I didn't even succeed. I just control a flow of time in this. The MC succeeded against my expectations, against all odds. But Natsuki and Yuri are both carrying bags. Well, what I'm guessing are atmospheric enhancers. It would appear so. Don't worry, you two. There's still plenty of time before the festival actually starts. We went ahead and put out your cupcakes, Natsuki. Also, besides that, is this game actually going to play through all of the festival? Because if that's the case, it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Because I know there haven't been a lot of mods that have made it through the festival. After Sayori made it through the festival without Sayori, Recoded was the festival. I think the mod The Festival, I'm not even sure if that made it to... No, I don't think that one even made it to the festival. It's obviously called The Festival, but that one actually wasn't about the festival at all. So the only 2 mods I've played that have actually made it to the festival were After Sayori and Recoded, which were both demos. So if this mod really does play through the whole festival because we know Saved as an Entity is a plan to try and ensure that the game continues, however, we don't know if that'll necessarily succeed. So, I mean, yeah, but I guess it is seeming like it's going to make it through the festival. So that'll be interesting, to say the least. You can get started on putting up decorations, Yuri. I'll try and help once I finish setting up for our presentations. Huh? Already put out my cupcakes? As expected, Natsuki walks over to me and Sayori's displays and glares at them. She just sees like frosting on Sayori's face. This won't do. I want people to be drawn in and amazed when they see the cupcakes. Okay, she hasn't noticed one missing yet. She picks up one of the trays and looks around the room. Hey Sayori, help me move some of these. Yes ma'am. Did she not notice one of them's missing? I breathe a sigh of relief as the two girls walk away. Looks like she didn't notice one was missing. That's why I'm like, did she notice? Raven? Huh? I turn around and see a side view I haven't seen in a while. I was wondering if you could lend me a hand with some of the decorations. What, you mean you just haven't helped her in forever? Because, I mean, she literally told him, like, she cut Saturday, and he's like, that's fine. Baby steps, baby steps. You're doing, like, the right thing, you know. Just don't do it again. He literally had, like, he focused on her, like, the first day, and then just, like, didn't do anything else. I'd be happy to help you. Thanks. As I follow her towards the door, it dawns on me why she's acting so reserved. My life would be so much easier if people stopped worrying when I told them. Okay, he's literally just like, don't worry. It's fine. Like, everything's fine. Like, just stop worrying. Just don't do it. Like, just don't cut, you know, just don't be sad. Like, just don't do it. Everything will be fine. We've been putting up the current door for a while now, but Yuri has barely said a word. Hey, Yuri? Yes. Because she's clearly worried about the MC. How do you feel about presenting later? You nervous at all? Oh, well, honestly, I prefer to not have to. Well, she's probably practiced more than anyone else, just given who her character is out of there. But I know I'll help the club, so I don't have much of a choice. I see. Another awkward silence develops us as we continue hanging the curtain. I reach up to hang a new strand, but my hand bumps into hers. Sorry, if there's another hang pun, I swear to God, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, what is the MC even? I really want to see what the MC says here. Huh? I swear to you that I'm gonna be. Shut up! Like, what you say doesn't matter. You literally passed out in front of her. Like, you went unconscious for like a minute. I swear to God. And he's literally screwing things up after, you know, he succeeded. Like, I don't know. It takes like a special kind of stupid to be able to do that. The way you're acting right now, treat me like I'm made of glass. Shut up. Shut up. Literally. First off, this is exactly how he treated Sayori. Second off, I swear to God, the MC, I really hope the game ends today. Like, I can't get through any more of this mod, given the way that MC is acting. It bothers me. No one cares. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean, you don't have to apologize or feel bad about it. Believe me, I get where you're coming from. I admire you for how much you care about your friends, but at the same time, I want you to enjoy the festival, you know. How are you going to do that if you're too busy worrying about me? My smiling doesn't seem to improve her mood much. This is literally the dumbest thing you could possibly say. You're right, but still. Nope, I'm not gonna have it, no buts. Okay, let's imagine this in real life. Let's say you have a friend, you're just like hanging out with them, like preparing for something you guys are gonna have to do together. They just like pass out, like go unconscious for a minute. Okay, like you don't do anything and then all of us, like you can't do anything really. And then all of a sudden they just wake up or like they become conscious again. And then they're just like, everything's fine. Like, why are you worried about me? Like, everything's fine. Like, this is... Obviously, you're going to be worried. Because that's not a normal thing to pass out for a minute and just be fine. Like, obviously, you're going to be worried. I don't know why the MC's so stingy about this. Think about it. This isn't just for you. How will I be your usual charming self if I'm constantly trying to think of ways to make you feel better? Now he's literally shifting it to her. Oh, my God. Pick up the rest of the current strings and pull them away from her. So until I see that happy, confident view I've grown used to, I'm not going to let you finish decorating. God, I swear, this mod better end today. Like, I can't play it after today, given the MC. Like, I can't. Come on, let me see that smile. After hell, how do you expect to pick up any cute guys with a frown on your face? You really are a clown. It's like, you are not the clown. You're the whole circus. Now let's get to it. These decorations aren't going to hang themselves up. Right. I pass back some of the current strings here, and we continue on. So let's move back to here. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Shoot, I may have moved past it. Oh yeah, how's it? No, because it used it. Where is it? Hold on. Hold on, yeah. Another awkward silence envelops us as we continue hanging the curtain. I reach up to hang. As soon as I saw the double hangs, I'm like, okay, where is this going? Is this a vision or a nightmare? Like, I see it, I'm like, after finishing the curtain, we begin trying to put up her banner. Man, Yuri, this banner is amazing. Thank you. I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to help with it. Might be a good thing. With my skills, I probably would have just messed it up. Strange to you speaking so modestly. Well, being perfect all the time gets pretty boring. I like to switch it up every now and then. Seeing her laugh so genuinely puts my mind at ease some as I reach up for her top of the blackboard. Dang, this thing's really not wanting to stay up. Gotcha. I take a step back to admire my pinning skills. A glance at Yuri makes me realize that she was having trouble with her side. God, I hate save data as an entity so much. Like, literally, the only good thing he has done this whole game is put the failsafe on everyone's profiles. Everything else he's done has just been negative. Here's what will be interesting, though. Like, ignoring all of... I'm going to end it here. But what... No, actually, no, I'm not. Because what's interesting is we need to see... Monica should be in the club room, right? We need to see whether she's suffering from whatever this is as well. Because... the MC hasn't picked up on the connection yet, like us as the player has, and Save Data has. But that would be interesting if he picked up on that. So we need to see whether Monica is suffering from the same sort of whatever we're going through. I almost follows, my head suddenly starts throbbing. My anxiety only increases more as I get a familiar sensation in my nose. Really, we're doing this again, like for the 10th time? We can't let anyone see this. Yuri, I have to head out real quick, alright? Not suspicious at all. I forgot something that I need to go grab. Tell the others I'll be back soon. Huh? Before she can ask any questions, I rush out through a current door. Damn it. I feel myself swaying, my mouth beginning to fill with saliva as I rush down the hall. We're really doing this for like the 20th time. That familiar noise. See, the pain in my head intensifies as even more as the light feels like it's going to fry my eyes. Damn it. My throat burns as I speak. Why? Why not? The festival. I need to get back. Shut up. Oh, this is freaking save data. It's like, I'm your, conscious. I'm your inner conscious. Huh? Jumping from the sound of voice I hear it causes my head to hurt worse. Literally, save data is literally just single-handedly screwing the game. He's gonna ruin the game twice. Like, a second time. You need to calm down and breathe. Do not think so much. Clear your head. Am I hearing things? The thinking causes more pain, so I decided to take the advice of my hallucination. Okay. Light breathing. After essentially meditating for several minutes, the pain seems to be easing up. Thank God. Raymond, there's something I need to tell you. What the hell is he doing? Gods. Save data is literally screwing up the game. Huh? That voice again. What the hell? I'm not just some voice. I really am losing it, aren't I? First illness and now hallucinations. How lucky I could be. Please give me a chance to explain. Literally, what is he doing? What's his plan? Probably just dehydrated, right? People in deserts hallucinate when they get dehydrated, so I'm probably hearing things because of that. Damn it, I'm not a hallucination, so shut up and listen to me. What? Fine, I'm listening. What am I really going to do is to hear out a voice in my head. Thank you, and I'm sorry I yelled. What I'm about to tell you is going to be hard to swallow, and you'll no doubt believe me. But please hear everything I have to say before asking any questions, alright? What the hell? Is he gonna... Clearly he's gonna reveal that the, what is it? That, the state of their reality is a game, but, like, what is he doing? Like, why? What's his game plan here? Like, doing nothing positive for the mod doesn't make me think that what he's going to do is anything positive. That'll be the best thing to keep you from getting too confused. Now, where to begin? The hell are we doing? Like, what is this black screen? Like, what's going on? Okay, they're not even going to show us what he told him, but clearly it's, something along the lines of the state of their reality being a game. Like, I don't see what else it could have been. My entire body feels nuts to try to process what I just heard. That's insane. I'm insane. You're not insane. What I just told you is the truth. I don't know. I don't know what you told me. It's impossible. Visual novel? Yes, you're the freaking loser MC in a visual novel. But I have memories. I had a childhood. Yeah, so does everyone else. Doesn't make it any more real. I've been alive for 18 years. Can you... no, you haven't. You've been alive for about 27 parts. I know it's hard to understand, but those memories are just a part of your coding. Okay, so, yeah, Now, where is this going from here? I think I'm actually just going to end it here. I mean, where is this possibly going? Like, why did he tell him now when he could have just told him earlier, or just like let him figure it out earlier from Monica nonetheless, as an actual person, as opposed to him? Because now, again, we know he just revealed himself to the MC. And then, like, why tell him now? Like, what is he doing? Like, what is his game plan? Clearly this involves trying to extend the mod, but like, just why though? Like, why now? Like, is what I'm asking. Like, why would he not just, if this was inevitable, why would he not just let Monica tell him and he wouldn't need to freaking do this himself? And then second off, like, why did he clearly, he must have just taken advantage of the situation given the MC's, what is it called? Like, symptoms. Unless he enabled the symptoms, but if that's the case, you know, why now? This clearly does, again, have to deal with, you know, like, what is it? Extending the game beyond this day. And ultimately the MC, I guess, maybe he just did it because he needed to first ensure that Sayori lived. But then if that was the case, why not just do it if he knew she was going to live? Why not do it just, you know, immediately with the MC? Like, immediately after, you know, they got there, as opposed to wait. It really just makes me think he took advantage of the MC symptoms just to try and get this conversation out of the way. But, like, why? Why wouldn't he just let it happen earlier? Because he was so, like, vehement. Like, no, it's not even a word. What's the word? He was so, like, vigilant in regards to the MC not knowing anything or not learning anything about not even just the state of their reality being a game, but also just any sort of knowledge of the prior iteration and of any of the characters. He really was just basically preventing the MC from doing any of that, and as a result causing the MC to have these symptoms. But now all of a sudden, just out of the blue, he's like telling the MC about the state of the reality game, completely going against what he was thinking earlier. Obviously he thinks this is a way to extend the game past when it's supposed to end, but why not just, you know, let Monica tell him, like she was going to? Like, yeah, I've got to end this. I mean, I really just don't understand. I really just don't. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna end it here. See what happens. I mean, I have no clue what's gonna happen as of now. Given this has happened, I didn't anticipate him spilling the beans of the save their reality. I thought it was just gonna end normally, given that her suicide has been averted, but obviously that wasn't the case. So we'll see. I really don't know why he's doing this, especially since he was so against it earlier in the mod. It really just doesn't make sense. Anything past Friday in this mod didn't make sense. Like, it really just should have ended on that day, and it would have been a lot better than it having continued. So, yeah, I mean, I guess... Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, because I can just do this, so I guess that's it for this part. See you in the next one.